When you got people around you that be more than fam, that's a phenomenon.
We call you Orbit Man. Solar wind in my solar sail, moving at the speed of light. Now I'm out here glowing like a comet tail.
Orbit was the one that I felt best about the title track when we left
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
after 3 days, and we laid that was an hour.
Yeah. An hour for the
Wow.
first iteration because you were over there and you started
Yeah.
and I was like,
And you
keep
were
playing
like,
that,
"That's
just
it."
keep playing that, and I just started going. I remember we had the dinner reservation, so we
Oh,
were
that-
like, oh, we gotta go, and
right.
Ashley's like, come on, let's go, and I was like, well, let me just record this real quick, and so we had the first two verses were done before we left to dinner, and our
Yeah.
dinner reservation was at
Wow.
6:30.
I told you not to make that dinner reservation so early.
Hey.
I knew you guys were gonna get in the zone.
Yeah,
You
right.
did it anyway. You were like, I want a steak.
Wow.
Yeah, and so we had the first two verses done, and we started at like 4:30. So it
Yeah.
was Josh had down the at least the main riff, and then
Oh, we had some chorus done.
Oh,
We
yeah,
had
yeah.
some of the chorus stuff done too.
yeah. So you did that.
I
No,
mean-
you did the riff, and then I recorded because remember we listened to it on the way to dinner with the first two verses.
Right.
And then that's
Wow.
where Ashley came up with the ideas for some of like the third verse because you were writing it
Yeah.
down. Yeah, on the way to dinner, you were writing down in your notes like, here's some ideas. As we were talking, you're like, here's some ideas for like themes that you could toss into the third verse that tie in.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, that's where the sunbeam bread came in. So, but right.
Oh my god.
I just like hearing what you have to say. You know, you have a
yeah. I
perspective
talk
that
a
we
lot.
respect
That's-
too. So it's
I appreciate it.
So this is, I mean, the album's called Orbit, and obviously we got to have a song on here called Orbit, and this is like that dedication to what I was talking about. As long as you have those people around you, you know, they say like, you know, one, money doesn't buy you happiness. It does make it so it's easier to pay for the things that cause you sadness, but there's an intangible, like the people who you can make money and never be happy, but there's something to be said about never even having like a nagging feeling in the back of your head. Like, do you have people who love you? That is a very liberating feeling. I can walk through the world and like someone could say something mean to me and I'm like, I don't care. Cool. Bye. You don't matter to me. And
Right.
not everyone gets to have that. And so, you know, it would be unjust of me to not have put something on this album about that. And so, you know, Josh, we already talked about earlier making this song. Like, this is it. Yes, that's it. Keep playing it. I think Neil was like, when he walked in and saw me go, he was like, what the hell? He was even surprised because I'm just out here and like notes are just flowing. And, you know, that's the beautiful thing about like getting to make music is every time even you think it's done, and I'll talk more about this on Vibrations, but then like someone comes in with another perspective or they come in with like another idea and you go, oh wow, like that just evoked another emotion in me that I didn't even think about taking from this angle. And so it's almost like the art is never done, and we'll talk a little bit more about that at the end of this too,
Nice.
because the art will never be done. But you know, the things we want people to listen to when they're sitting down and rolling through this is like the orbit just converts all of that chaos into like a sustained ascension for you. The solar recharge bars, you know, thank Mrs. Awad out here, because we were going and we were kind of going in that direction a little bit, and then she was like, you have to take it with like space theme, take it with this, and so she just wrote a bunch of. The wonderful thing about being married to a bookworm is she's like a walking thesaurus, so I can just tell what I'm thinking about, and she'll have like 50 different words that act as what is the word for it? It's the synonym.
Synonyms?
Synonym. See, I just ask her half the time. But the one thing that I really like that Kyle did was that telephone, the telephone effect
yeah.
on the hook. And yeah, I'll play it and then we'll talk about it. But
Yeah, I'll talk about it on the other
so
end.
good.
got people around you that be more than fam. That's a phenomenon, we call you orbit man. Solar wind in my solar sail, moving at the speed of light. Now I'm out here glowing like a comet tail. When people out here not doing me right, roll them off me like dust, yeah, I put them on ice. Yeah, I'm jetting like Benny. You ain't even ready for the many things I got in store for the world. Energize me like solar sails. When the earth gets heavy, they get me moving like verbs up in the worry spell. I got the blessings, I'm never guessing if we're gonna pass what the world is testing. Let me tell you how it make me feel. I'm on my Helios, always rising like I got no Achilles heel. Got my back while I'm out here doing big things, but I'm just getting started. Big bang. Out of space in my orbit now, with the people around me, make my world go round. You're loving me for me, don't gotta do the most. My anti-gravity, yeah, just watch me float. Yeah, I'm the GOAT, cause they hold me close. A champion at hearts, I ain't need your votes. Yeah, now I'm shining like a shooting star. We all deserve that, don't care who you are. Anytime I callin' JB up, I bet he's like,
It's my boy E, let me say what's up. Shoot me your ideas, go ahead and blast.
that's how it starts, so we always end with magic. Now the velocity's rolling, bring the adversaries. Won't stop till we're so big we become planetary. Massively intergalactic, a constellation. Stacking prizes, no need for constellations. Try to catch up, can't stop our momentum. With the orbital quasar, we'll never let them. I became a beast, no interpolation. Yeah, the dragon came and I had so many revelations. When I'm feeling empty, like a black hole, they always piecing me together, make this black hole. Life beats me down, you help me turn the tides. Orbits like the moon and the sun, forever on the rise. Out of space in my orbit now, with the people around me, make my world go round. You're loving me for me, don't gotta do the most. My anti-gravity, yeah, just watch me float. Yeah, I'm the GOAT, cause they hold me close. A champion at hearts, I ain't need your votes. Yeah, now I'm shining like a shooting star. We all deserve that, don't care who you are. Starlit, sun drenched, out more inertia, the booties in a sundress. When their sunbeams on me, I stay unstressed. I get that bread steady grinding, unrest. When I fail, yeah, I'm mad that I missed that, but they bounce me back, I shine, I eclipse that. It's alright, I got that drive, make me wanna take off, so watch me blast off, and take my mask off. Making something out of nothing like dark matter, cause it's dark matters. Being me and making waves, that's dark splatters. Solar inversion, now the dark shatters. We staying underground, call me Harriet and Apollo, cause the music that we're making for you's like a chariot. Don't need buzz, it's ride and see. When you trust your orbit, that'll take you way beyond infinity. Out of space in my orbit now, with the people around me, make my world go round. You're loving me for me, don't gotta do the most. My anti-gravity, yeah, just watch me float. Yeah, I'm the GOAT, cause they hold me close. A champion at hearts, I ain't need your votes. Yeah, now I'm shining like a shooting star. We all deserve that, don't care who you are.
Still works in progress on the book notes. You see me fixing things. Yeah. I like there are a lot of JB shout outs in here.
Yeah.
So you can always count, if we're hanging out, you can always count on, and there's a piano nearby. At some point, you'll just hear, and it might be faint. You'll just start catching it. You'll be like, Did someone put Benny and the Jets on? You're like, ding, 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 ding. And I think when we were getting ready for dinner, our bedroom closet is like right on the other side of this wall, and Josh was still in here playing, and then we started hearing dee, 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 dee. And we both looked at each other. We just started laughing. We're like, it's not a JB visit until you start hearing him on the piano playing Benny and the Jets.
That's funny.
And
Awesome.
a second shout out. this is the first time I think that we've gotten Josh to do actual vocals on a track, right? We didn't even get you back in back in the day on the Homegrown. We didn't even get you on that on Terre Haute.
No, sir.
Yeah.
World doesn't want that. Trust me.
But afterwards, you're like, oh, it's kind of fun. I might have to get on more. I was like, see, I knew if I just got him to do one. It just took like 20 years, and I got him to do one.
Must be a secret, man. Jeez.
All right, what do you want to say, Josh, on this?
Man, this one was fun. So, E-Man, Manny Fresh had the chord structure was all laid out, and that was awesome because then I didn't have to go through all of that. So thank you.
You're welcome.
But I think, yeah, we got. I remember we were playing around with that very repetitive piano part. Sorry, I got my keyboard over here. That's why I keep turning.
Get ready.
I know you can't hear it, but just playing that over and over with the chords. But I think for me, my favorite thing to do on this part was the intro, because it was so not what we were expecting. And I don't really even know where it almost sounds like show tune, like Broadway-ish for a little bit.
Yeah.
Especially that last chord. I was like, all right, is someone going like da 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 da? Hello. But then it just lays down immediately there when the drums and the bass and the piano then just come together. That was a lot of fun. Doing the bass line was a lot of fun too, because I was trying my hardest to mimic a bass player on the keyboard, which is not easy. Trying to do all those like octave jumps and noodling around here or there. So, you know, if we ever get the chance to play this live, I can't wait to hear an actual bass player on it, because it's going to sound amazing. And then, man, this is one I keep listening to it, and I keep finding new things that I love about it. The vocals, the background vocals, that actually gave the melody for some of the instruments there in the hook. That dee da dee dum dee bum bum. I mean, that's coming straight from you. I just took it and played it on one of the instruments. If you listen for that little high pitched dee dee da dee.
Oh, yeah.
That's from the background vocals, and I was like, oh, we can just layer that and have that come out a little bit more. And this has the same kind of complexity as Rags to Bags from, you know, like a compositional standpoint, I think. But it's, you know, it's the upbeat version of that complexity. You know, it's not, you know, digging through this, you know, extremely serious subject matter. Instead, it's just relishing in the, you know, the group, the orbit, the idea, and, you know, of the EP and the people in it, even though they're not necessarily directly referenced. And so this one, yeah, I keep coming back to this one because it's, you know, it's one of those that I don't think I'm gonna ever get tired of.
Yeah, and shout out to Kyle mixing it and mastering, because what happens when I do all the mixing and mastering on some of like my other less serious albums is I never want to hear them again because I've heard my voice so many times. So like I already liked this a lot, and then getting to have Kyle take it over the finish line made it like listen to. I'm like, yeah, this is great. I love it. Yeah. I'm not tired of this at all.
Well, and I'm curious what Kyle thought there at the end, because you know we kind of married that intro with the ending. With it going orchestral all of a sudden, which again seemed weird, you know, at first, but it worked. And I think a lot of that goes to you, E-Man, making the switches that you did from, you know, the beat switch up there from, what is it, second and third?
Yeah.
I mean, that gets me every time. I was like, all right, I see where this is going, and I love it. But then everything drops out, and then we can run through the entire chord sequence 3 more times with the orchestra. I was just curious, you know, just curious what Kyle was thinking when he got this track.
This is the first track I mixed, and this is conversely when I was talking about Rags to Bags, how you were like, what, like the thing when you wrote, you're like how I felt about the mix, Emmanuel. That one was like low.
Yeah.
This one I think was like, it might have even said very high.
Yeah,
Or like
yeah.
it was one of the ones where you're like, yo, I feel this is good as far as your reference. And yeah, it said, I was like, okay, this is like really like, when I heard, I was like, this is like super musical. I was loving some of the lines in there, like vocally, like the black hole, the dark matter. I thought that was like really slick. Musically, as far as like some of the way it's like a good marriage of like organic sounding stuff with a lot of like, you know, the more synthetic, like the synthy stuff that came in. But yeah, like then for the transition, almost like it makes me think about space, because it's almost like you're just in a ship cruising, and at the end it's like all the other stuff fades away and you're just like out in like the ether or whatever in space, and you just hear the strings just kind of taking you out, and it's in the little plucks and stuff, you know. And so no, it worked really well, and I was laughing when I was, because I didn't think that was gonna be the only cameo you did vocally on the album, JB. When I heard you like pop in and do that, you know, I was actually expecting you to pop up throughout the record. So I was like, oh shit, he just popped up on this one track. You know?
Yeah, 2 lines.
No,
That's it.
no.
I'm done.
Yeah, no, this I love the harmonies, like what you're doing with your voice, and obviously I'll let you know. I see Ashley's on there, you know. I'll let her chime in too, because it sounds like she had almost like a good co-writing credit with giving you a lot of the fodder for what the bringing in the space element to it. So yeah, it was a great way to start off what becomes the whole album by mixing this song, because I was like, oh, this is like they stepped it up. So,
Yeah.
That's huge praise from you, man. I appreciate that.
yeah.
So, you
Yeah,
talk
Ashley,
about your
please.
thought
I love-
process. Well, she thinks for a second. That starlit, sun-drenched, straight, got more inertia than booties in a sundress.
Oh yeah, and
right?
that line
That was
pretty-
great.
So that one was me. But
Yeah, I
I
could
was gonna
tell.
say Ashley doesn't wear sundresses, but there's a romper. There's a romper that you wear that's like kind of like a sundress. And sometimes when they be walking by, just like,
Oh, my
what's up,
God,
so there's some nice inertia right in there, So, but yeah, a lot of the anything that's like solar. I think I even went back and I may have gone back and changed a couple of things to like have solar references in them.
You did. Yeah, there were just I don't remember all the specific lines, but there were a few places I was like, I think you could say some things differently here and pull in more like space themed words. And so I basically just made like a giant list, and so a bunch of like the random I basically made a list of random words, and then a couple were like more fleshed out ideas, like the bread pun, and but you were able to like build off of all of that and put it into the song.
Yeah. So the sunbeam. When there's sunbeams on me, I stay unstressed.
I probably still have this note.
That was hers. Sunbeam and bread. So like get that, and you can say something about getting the bread. I was like, there you go. And obviously
yeah, I still have.
you still have it. So
Yeah.
Here you go. Intergalactic, planetary, inertia, momentum, infinity, eclipse, astronaut, cosmonaut, Big Bang, black hole, double entendre.
Oh,
That may
yeah.
come from you then. Okay, the black hole,
The black hole.
dark matter.
That's my favorite line, man.
That's so
that line
good.
is awesome.
You wrote the specific line though. I just said this has double entendre
Yeah.
potential.
Moon effect on the tide, starlit, moonlit. No, that's still her then. Sunlit, sun drenched, sunbeams, bread pun, double entendre potential. Apollo pulling the sun, maybe double entendres with rockets.
Right.
Chariot going on a journey. Like so many things on there. But I like the massively intergalactic constellation. On our first date, we drove around blasting Beastie Boys. We went on like a 6 or 7 hour long first date.
Intergalactic
Yeah,
planetary.
and so, yeah, well, that's that reference. Just
Okay.
yeah, we're gonna get big. And then speaking of orbit people, shout out Mega Ran in the chat. Said,
Oh yeah, I just saw you drag in.
Yeah,
the,
dragged it over to give
chat.
him, you know,
Yeah.
say what's up.
Hi.
We were saying without that MagFest run, that one that when y'all were there and you're like, hey, everyone come out, I'm thinking about doing a mega
Oh,
set,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
man, totally just like sacrificed, y'all totally sacrificed your whole set to be like, let's get the homies up here, right? Like, because you could have gone
Yeah.
up there and just had a great set and like kept it rolling and chopped out
No,
so
it was
much.
perfect.
It was so
It was
fun.
like a moment in time. 'Cause
Yeah.
If you look at that picture that I think we were sharing on our WhatsApp, we were laughing.
Yeah.
Just because it's like in the midst of all this like
Shy
color,
guy.
You see Shy Guy.
And his head's just like, it's just like this much in the picture.
Yeah,
like-
it was like it almost looks photoshopped, but it's not. But also, yeah, just like looking at like the people in that picture, and I mean that was almost 10 years ago, and thinking about like what has the life that has happened since. It's pretty amazing to see. Like it's almost like the end of the movie when they show the photo and they're like, Kyle went on to do this, and Dongo went on to do that, and you know. Yeah, Emmanuel went on to, you know, yeah. Like it's like really, it's kind of cool. I hate to say it's kind of like this plays right into your aesthetic, Emmanuel, because I know you like the 80s and the 90s stuff. You know what I mean? You just did the record. You know what I mean? So I just feel like, yeah, I don't know. That just popped in my head. Seeing that picture was almost like the end of one of the movies I used to watch or something.
I love that.
That's so
Oh,
funny.
like the Breakfast Club, like
Yeah.
Don't you forget about, like, just be playing in the background. Anyway, sorry,
Oh my gosh.
Tangent. That would be my sequel to Orbit. Tangent.
Tangent. There we go. Yeah, I mean, when you think about that too, a lot of us like that was the catalyst for like a big popping off point for everyone. And so who's to say that this album would have even happened, right?
Oh, come on, that's a lot of credit.
I mean,
attributed to that, I
but
appreciate
you never
that
know. You never know,
Yeah.
right? You take like, because what could have happened is I could have been like just performing still in like Texas, then like, all right, I'm done. Because
shit. Right.
You
That's
know.
true.
I was having a good
That is
time, and I don't know, there was just a lot that like kept going from that. So it's always,
Right.
yeah, like I said, your orbit, you never know, but just appreciate and know that like you are where you are because of, if those things didn't happen, there's always the possibility that where you are today could be completely different. And so,
You never know what one thing can just change someone's, you know, yeah.
but you know that the combination of
Trajectory.
all of those things did lead you here. So appreciating like those good times and the bad times.
Well, like I said, if I had anything to do with just someone being happy and pursuing something that, you know what I mean, that's a great feeling. That's like a feeling you can't give to everybody. And, you know, so like, yeah, it's nice to just be a part of someone else's. Hate to keep coming back to the refrain of your orbit, but I mean, it's nice. It's a good feeling, you know?
And like you think of the solar system, sometimes you got the planets that are like always right there. Sometimes you get a comet
Right.
that like comes in and rotates around, and I think that's how I see all of the relationships that you form over your life. There are people who you reconnect with years later, and then they get back into it, and if you can appreciate that and like appreciate those moments, then like your whole solar system that is your life can become very
Right.
fulfilling instead of like hyper focusing on what one is doing or where one might be.
My Helios always rising like I got no Achilles heel. Got my back while I'm out here doing big things, but I'm just getting started. Big bang. Out of space in my orbit now, with the people around me, make my world go round. You're loving me for me, don't gotta do the most. My anti-gravity, yeah, just watch me float. Yeah, I'm the GOAT cause they hold me close. A champ in their hearts, I need your votes.